Hello guys, Cartoon Retro Boy here. Remember when I said in my season SpongeBob Fire review that I said that was the last episode of season 9A I was talking about? Well, I was wrong. So today's review, I'm going to review Little Yellow Book. Great. Okay, I don't even need to explain why this episode doesn't work. I'll just explain the plot. So the basic plot is that Squidward just wants to read SpongeBob's diary. And that's it. That's the whole plot. Let me discuss why this episode sucks hard. I swear, this may be one of the worst episodes of the entire show's history. And this may not be the worst one out there, but it's very dang close. At number 5 on my list, it's in my bottom 5 of the entire show. And no, Squid Baby is not as bad as people say it is. Moving on. Because even though I may hate Squid Baby, but at least it's not as bad as the bottom 3 episodes of season 9. Because God, these episodes, the Mutiny on the Krusty also sucks as well. God. This is just I swear. I think season 9 had only had 3 episodes I generally put in my bottom 5 of this entire show. And yes, I mean it for sure, because it is a bad episode. So what is the first problem with this episode? So what is the positives first? We're going into the negatives. The first half of the episode is not so bad, up until Squidward reads SpongeBob's diary. And even though one of SpongeBob's diary was, revealed, I kind of like the first one. I like the first secret, honestly. The first one, I thought that was pretty nice. But then after that, that's where the episode falls downhill. The other thing I like is Mr. Krabs being likable here, which is pretty much something that I wish season 9A could do more often. Is not Mr. Krabs being unlikable unlike episodes like Squid Baby and SpongeBob You're Fired. And you know what I mean. So what's the other biggest problem with this episode? No, not biggest problem. Actually, no. That's actually all it. Besides that, this episode sucks. This is exactly why I hate the townspeople in this show. This is exactly what I mean by I think the townspeople in this show gets worse when they are at their worst. I didn't mind them in Stuck in the Ringer, but in this one, nada. No. They are far worse here, honestly. They are just so unlikable here. They're massive hypocrites, too. Shouldn't they feel guilty for SpongeBob? For also reading SpongeBob's diary? Yeah, that's just pretty bad on the townspeople part. They blame Squidward for reading SpongeBob's diary, and they don't realize they also read his diary too. And even Patrick doesn't even realize that. How stupid can you make Patrick be in this episode? Okay. I understand that this might be my third least favorite appearance of Patrick in this entire show, because God, he's so annoying here. Hearing him say, "Yeah, cook me up a Krabby Patty with good Fifi," kind of pees me off a bit. I'm sorry, bro, you're the same guy who didn't want to have SpongeBob go in your secret box. Why? How you're being a hypocrite? You're being a hypocrite for sure. Even as 2 years old in 2013, and this episode aired, this episode is exactly what I mean when I think SpongeBob as a show was falling downhill for sure. And this is coming from someone who grew up with season 7, honestly, and season 8. I was born with those seasons too. And man, Like, I may love episodes like Choir Boys and Truth or Square and Sponge You're Fired, but this and Mutiny on the Krusty are exactly reasons why I think characters get worse after time. And I swear, this is exactly what I mean. And also, let's talk about Squidward. God, Squidward in this episode is so abysmal. He is such a douchebag in this episode and doesn't even care about SpongeBob. Like, I swear, sure, I may love episodes like Choir Boys and True for Square and SpongeBob Fired. Oh yeah, I already said that before, sorry. Look, I am trying to be positive as ever, but this is one of those episodes that is so bad, so frustrating, so unbelievably abysmal that it's honestly hard to talk about anything that's good about it. There is some good parts, I won't deny that, but this is definitely. And Squidward in this episode is a douchebag. He doesn't care about SpongeBob. He reads his diary, and he doesn't even feel. And he only had to apologize because he was locked up into something that I don't even know what the heck what was it. And also Patrick in this episode. God, you know how I said the Nitwitting is Patrick's worst appearance in the entire show? I'm actually wrong. This is. It's not a Patrick a prick episode. It's not a Patrick. Sorry, it's not a Patrick prick episode. It's not Patrick's a moron episode, but it's still a pretty bad episode. But it's still a pretty bad appearance of him. Him being a jerky is just. This is what I mean by Patrick being a jerk. Really kind of ticks me off a little bit. Because I swear, this type of behavior from Patrick is so annoying to watch, and it's so frustrating. So just. Ugh. Look. And the only likable character in this episode I like is Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob. SpongeBob I feel bad for because, even though he has bothered Squidward in the past few seasons, he doesn't deserve this. He doesn't deserve to be humiliated. Like, that's just mean and cruel. That's just mean and cruel. And Mr. Krabs in this episode may be minor, but honestly, I kind of like him here because he just he has something. At least he says that Squidward should apologize to Squidward. I mean, sorry, SpongeBob. But 22 Tiger Dude also hates this episode just as much as I do, and I bet I've seen Pug's 4 YouTube channel, and I heard that on Sponge Buddy Mania, she hates this episode more than Squid Baby, which honestly, you know what, I have to agree, this episode is awful. It's abysmal, has horrible writing, notorious Patrick in this episode, and oh my god, I can't even explain how bad this episode is. And let's talk about the freaking ending that completely pushes this episode into the bottom 5. It is revealed that SpongeBob's diary that SpongeBob Squidward was only reading SpongeBob's work diary, and apparently SpongeBob sold it, and it was a massive success. 2 questions: does SpongeBob know what is wrong and right, and how stupid can SpongeBob be? Why would you humiliate? So were you just fake crying? What the frick? What the frick, bruh? Like, that is horrible writing. And it's also revealed that SpongeBob had a personal diary, and guess what Squidward does? He reads it too, and gets thrown tomatoes by the townspeople, which also makes them look more horrible than they actually are. Screw the townspeople, screw Patrick in this episode, and screw Squidward. Squidward's my favorite character, but this and Who Bought What Pants are probably his worst appearance in the entire show. when it comes to being a likable character, because these 2 episodes show he's unlikable sometimes. You know, if you want to watch a better version of this episode, go watch Fools in April, honestly. Fools in April may not be a great episode like everyone else says, but I still like it. I still think it's decent, and it's not that bad. And I do like watching it. But still, this episode is just... But this one can go in rock bottom. 1 out of 10. Number 5 on my bottom 5. I think that's enough. I explained it in 10 minutes, and hopefully this video will come out, because this is a horrible episode that should go in rock bottom, with Choir Boys, Mutiny on the Krusty, True for Square, and Sponge You're Fired. And yeah, the top 16 worst episodes are hit rock bottom for me. They're the rock bottom of the SpongeBob SquarePants franchise. And thankfully, after SpongeBob You're Fired, the show got better at least. So that's good. Even if I still, hate... Yeah, see? Yeah. Overall, that is all I have to say about it. Because, yep, this episode is so abysmal, has horrible writing, a lot of horrible characters, and an ending that really ticks me off a little bit. Also, I should mention this as well, but I also hate how Squidward gets punished in this episode. Bro got his house taken away. He gets scolded by the townspeople, and he gets tomatoes thrown at him, including freaking Patrick. And Patrick has the audacity to say this: "Oh, sure, blame everyone but yourself. Oh, that's so you." Like, that wants me to punch Patrick in the freaking face. Sorry if I got a little angry in this review, but this episode is another one of those early examples where I think the show fell off for sure. It was just getting worse and worse and worser. And season 9 had 3 episodes that are 1 out of 10s, and they are some of the worst episodes of the entire show, next to Choir Boys and True for Square. So, without that out of the way, the final score is a 1 out of 10. It's an abysmal episode, doesn't have anything that's good redeemable about it. I think I'm done. Alright. See you guys next time, and I'll see you guys next time. Cartoon Retro Boys out.